Mary Catherine Ham, Brian Wilson, Brian Neiman, today's newsmakers, and you, the Morning Majority. 105.9 FM. AM 630. WMAL.
6:37 on the Morning Majority, and Katie McFarland is with us, Fox News analyst. She has a show, live.foxnews.com, Wednesdays 2 to 3, called DEFCON 3. Check it out. How's it going, Katie?
Everything's great, thank you.
Hey, so tell me what's our update on Libya?
Well, I'm very concerned, and I've been very concerned from the very beginning, because as everybody was focused on getting Gaddafi, I was much more concerned with Gaddafi's weapons of mass destruction. Because in a chaotic situation, which Libya's had really since March, and continues to have, if Gaddafi's military melts away, who's there guarding the lock on the door of the weapons caches he had throughout the country? Because we know he stockpiled three things: massive amounts of chemical weapons, particularly mustard gas. We also know he had 20,000 man pads and RPGs. Now, these are portable shoulder-fired missiles, land-fired surface-to-air missiles that can be used by one person to take down a helicopter or commercial aircraft as it takes off and lands. And also the stuff in it can be used to make car bombs. Where is all that stuff? And then finally, although he did dismantle his nuclear weapons program in 2003 with inspectors watching that he did it, there could well be a lot of fissile material, the kind of stuff that could be used to make dirty bombs. Now, I know Libya has its own trajectory, its own people, its own course, but I'm always concerned in any of these issues, what does it mean to me? What does it mean to my country? Mm-hmm. And if this stuff starts showing up on the international black market, which it has, who shops on the international black market? Bad guys, terrorists. What do they do with it? I just hope it doesn't start coming to a neighborhood near you.
What has thus far shown up?
Some of the man pads have started showing up.
Oh, that's bad.
I'd assume that we have guys that are black market shoppers, right?
Well, we should have, and that has been one of the things that has come out in the last month or so, that we would start trying to buy this stuff up. But whoa, why are we thinking about this now? Yeah. We should have been thinking about it on day one. We should have been thinking of securing that stuff, not counting on somebody else to secure it for us, but securing it ourselves. And I think this is the danger of the best of intentions, the unintended consequences. So that's one unintended consequence.
Is this a possible consequence in every single country in the Middle East or North Africa?
More so in Libya, because Gaddafi just had a love affair with mustard gas and man pads and shoulder fire, RPGs. So more so there, because we know he stockpiled this stuff, less so in others. But, chaos, a lot of things happen in a chaotic situation.
Well, let me narrow down my question then. Would it be a possibility in, say, Syria? Because the question is whether or not we let Assad stay there, or do we, go in there?
Look, Syria is a much bigger problem to us than Libya ever was, but it's also a much bigger problem to deal with, because, remember, it's not just Syria that you're picking a fight with, it's also Iran.
I want to ask you about Iran's nuclear program right now, which has been of great concern to us, and of course to the Israelis. There's a whole flurry of reporting that I'm beginning to see right now about they believe that maybe Iran's nuclear program may be more advanced than we initially thought, even though there had been some setbacks. And on the diplomatic side of the equation, some suggestions that U.S. diplomats are very concerned that Israel is going to act unilaterally against Iran, and they're trying to take some steps within the UN to see if they can get the UN, and don't hold your breath on this, to actually crack down on Iran.
Yeah, well, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
No, I think that this is the same conversation we had about 3 years ago, which is who will stop Iran. And then we saw that the Iranian nuclear enrichment, the uranium enrichment program was foiled, or at least delayed, because of the worm that was put in, the Stuxnet worm that was sort of screwing up the works in the Iranian enrichment program. And that did set it back. Didn't stop it, but it set it back. And, I've always been concerned that several years ago, if we didn't start sort of maneuvering things differently, we would ultimately be faced with the choice of bombing Iran, we or the Israelis bombing Iran or letting Iran get the bomb. Now, either of those are really lousy options, which is why the important thing would have been to several years ago see that coming, see that train wreck in front of you, and try to build a different track. Now, nobody's really done that. The administration, and including even Fareed Zakaria, who I think the administration is very close to, has come out and said, well, let's try to negotiate with Iran again. Negotiate? Are you kidding? How many times do you have to extend the hand of friendship and they offer you the fist or the finger in return? You can't negotiate. I think that what we ought to do is take a leaf out of the Reagan playbook in dealing with the Soviet Union. Drive down the price of oil and bankrupt these guys, and let them have to worry about their own population and the rest of natives, and have the rest of natives deal with it.
But I think the new development is that there are some suggestions that their plan, although their nuclear facilities are sort of more advanced than we suspect, even though it did have this apparently there actually been some evidence of fission going on.
Yeah. And some people say they already have the bomb. Other people say they're a few weeks away from the bomb, a few months, a few years. Here, you need three things for a nuclear weapon. One, you need enriched uranium.
Right.
We know they're doing it. We know that's been delayed somewhat, but we know they're doing it. We know they're doing it at places we didn't think they were doing it before. The second thing you need is a missile. How do you deliver that weapon? You don't just put it in the back of a truck and drive it over the border. So you have to threaten us anyway. You have to deliver it. So we know that they've tested successfully intermediate and short-term missiles. They haven't gotten yet to long-range missiles, but that's just another step. But they're trying. The third thing they need is the blueprint to pull it all together, and that's not insignificant. It's really hard to go from enriched uranium and a missile to a nuclear weapon that explodes. That's the stuff that they got from the Pakistani Dr. A.Q. Khan, and that's the thing we don't know how far along they are on.
Right.
So there's a question mark. Could they already have it? I don't think they already have nuclear weapons. If they did, I think they would let up. They couldn't help themselves.
Contain themselves, right.
Now, before I let you go, I want to ask you about the Pentagon wants to sell attack helicopters to Turkey and possibly even drones to Turkey.
Drones make me nervous in the long run, just because I don't want them showing up above Manhattan. I think it's a technology where we haven't really thought through all the steps. We've got them. Technology trumps, but only temporarily. But anyway, that's a separate question. I think as far as the relationship with Turkey, we ought to be running pell-mell to Turkey and try to improve a U.S. relationship with them. Because as we're departing that region, Afghanistan, but certainly Iraq, Iran becomes the dominant power. Historically, for hundreds and thousands of years, Iran and Iraq have canceled each other out. Two bad guys fighting each other, keeping the fight in their neighborhood. But now that Iraq is weaker, in part because of the screw-ups that we did in the Iraq